Steel in our veins, hearts in the fire. Different roads, but the same desire. From the gutter to the crown we stand. No borders, no names, just blood in hand. We rise at night when the sirens sing. Built on trust, not a diamond ring. Family forged where the shadows run. If you're here right now, yeah, you're one of us. No matter where you're from, no matter who you are, if you stand with honor, you're a hooligan at heart. Blood of a hooligan. Side by side we stand. Honor in the fire. Family, not a brand. Blood of a hooligan. Hear the battle drum. If you're riding with us, then you're one of us. Drop shin. Hooligan. One family. One blood. One blade. Jeff Mac live, mic lit, truth on blast. Breaking through the noise, never living in the past. Chad moving fast like a street parade. Every voice counts, every bone gets made. Klaus the cat on the right hand side. Silent eyes, but the fiercest pride. Spreading love like a signal flare. If you feel that pulse, you belong right here. From the comments to the call, from the streams to the night. If you stand for each other, then you're doing it right. Blood of a hooligan. Side by side we stand. Honor in the fire.
What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. I love that new song. It's fantastic. Either way, we're going to be starting out with this first video titled Winter Weather Wreaks Havoc on Detroit Highway. People drive like idiots, so we're just going to watch a minute of this video so you can see what it's like for these people to be out on the road, and maybe it'll inspire you guys to be safe while you're out there driving. We're getting slammed with a blizzard right now in Michigan, and it sucks. I slept like shit. It sounded like the house was getting taken advantage of, and it just hasn't stopped yet. Either way, we're going to play that one, and then the second one is China announces live fire military drills around Taiwan. Apparently they're going to create more tension between them and Taiwan, which means that we're going to get involved because that's the way it goes. Then we got a video. It's titled Ukraine tried to attack Putin residence, Russia says. Now, President Trump met with Zelenzky yesterday in Florida, and they're supposed to be talking peace deals and all that stuff. Now Russia's claiming that Zelensky sent a bunch of drones to try and, take out Putin or whatever, and they think that it's probably a lie and it's being told to leverage this peace deal, but we'll see how that goes. Then we got a video. It's titled Video Shows Helicopters spinning out of control before crashing south of Philadelphia. It's actually two helicopters that crashed. I don't know why they titled it like that, but it seems that they were flying too close together, but they don't really give us all the details yet. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Stoner, and it's titled You Can Tell He Was Raised Right. I don't know why I can't talk today, but either way. Then we'll be getting back into the news. We got an interesting video titled Iran President Saying Country in Full-Scale War with the West. Apparently we're at war with Iran. At least that's what they're saying. It sounds like they want more bunker buster bombs. Then we got a video. It's titled Atlanta Police Officer Among Two Found Dead in Home Near Piedmont Park, the police say. Now, we got two stories like this. Very weird. Both stories was a wellness check. Both times the police officers came to a house and found dead bodies. But it's two separate situations in two different locations. And the one, it's a former city manager and his wife were found dead. And in the other one, it's an officer and some woman that were found dead. But otherwise, the stories are like almost identical. It's really weird. Then for the last little bit of the news, I wish it was lefties losing it. I don't know if we'll ever see lefties losing it again. But today it's judge allows some transcripts unsealed from hearing on Charlie Kirk's shooter. Now, apparently they've been live streaming this, which I didn't know they were live streaming the trial. But apparently they were. But it got cut short because it's a court order to not show the shooter in shackles. And apparently whoever was wielding the live stream, they were showing him in shackles. And so now they're all in trouble and they're threatening to cut the live streams. Then we're going to be getting into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Stoner, and it's titled Unjabbed and Surviving the Winter of Death. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Colty, and it's titled Everyone Hates TSA. All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. Holy crap, I just pressed the wrong button. What is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Zero? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Matt Rogers? And what's up, Salty Ragu? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone, over on Rumble? Otters, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, and I appreciate you racing in the chat, Otters. What's up, Sly Dog? What's up, Puff and Stuff? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom to you. Let me see, scrolling through. What's up, Magic Moon? Happy freedom. Matt Rogers, you're omnipresent. I appreciate you. Zero, you're omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Glamour? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Patriot Dad? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Major? Happy freedom. Scrolling. What's up, Culty? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Fanatical? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Scott? Happy freedom. I think we got everybody. Make sure you guys hit that like button. See if you can get us on the front page of Rumble like we were on Saturday. I think Saturday and Friday we were on the front page of Rumble. I don't know. I'm doing great things. Either way, what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? Matt Rogers, you're truly omnipresent. Happy freedom to all of you, hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on the GoofTube? Agent O, you were first today. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Army Vet? Happy freedom to you. Mr. Satan, happy freedom. Matt Rogers, you're truly omnipresent. What's up, Nagasaki? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Snarky? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom. What's up, German Shepherd? Happy freedom. And what's up, Johnny? Happy freedom to you. You hooligans, hit that like button over on the GoofTube. And what is up, everyone over on X? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Let's go ahead and get into things. Like I said, I think we're going to play these first 2 back to back because this first one is just a car pile up here in Michigan because nobody knows how to drive, and I want you guys to learn the lesson of these drivers because everyone seems to drive like shit, and then when it snows they forgot how bad they drive like shit. And so we're going to do a reminder real quick. This is titled Winter Weather Wreaks Havoc on Detroit Highway. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
We are following some breaking news out of Detroit, Michigan. Take a look at this. This is a live look at one of those traffic cameras as a crash along I-75 in Detroit has involved dozens of cars. This is a live look from one of those traffic cameras, and you can see I-75 now at a standstill with some of these cars horizontal, slipping and sliding on the ice and the snow right there, just really giving you that live picture of the treacherous conditions that folks in Detroit and millions across the United States are dealing with right now. So traffic at a standstill in Detroit along I-75. A little bit more information from our Fox 2 Detroit team saying that snow squall conditions led to this large crash scene involving 3 semi-trucks and about 24 vehicles on I-75 in Detroit. Really just moments ago, that crash scene being reported on the northbound side of the freeway after McNichols, if you are familiar with that area. According to state police, several small crashes could have been the factor rather than one large pileup.
Okay, real quick, like I said, just a reminder. Now, that's not that bad for Michigan. They're saying it was 3 semis and 24 cars and trucks involved. They're saying this always happens because people are driving too fast and they're being too careless while they're driving in these hazardous conditions. And so, yeah, don't do that, okay? Don't do that shit. I can't stand it. Now, like I said, that's not that bad for Michigan. A lot of times on 31, which is on the other side of the state where I am, there's videos that come out every year where a couple cars do something stupid, or maybe a semi slides sideways and their trailer is across the whole freeway, and everybody's doing 80, 90 miles an hour on ice. You can't see 6 feet in front of the car, and then they slam into that trailer, and then the car behind them slams into them, and so on and so forth. The next thing you know, you got 80 dead people on the freeway because people don't want to be cautious. So, drive safe. Drive safe. We're going to get right into this next one. This next one, China announces live fire military drills around Taiwan. We cover videos like this. It's almost like clockwork. It's like once a year, China decides to go after Taiwan and pretend that they're not going after them, but it's like they're testing us. They want to see how we're going to react. And here we are. I guess it's the anniversary. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
China's People's Liberation Army just launched another round of large-scale military drills around Taiwan, and they released this animated propaganda video showing swarms of drones pummeling the island democracy, along with robot dogs and robot droid soldiers. The PLA is mobilizing its Army, Navy, Air Force, and Rocket Force. China says at least 5 live fire zones encircle Taiwan, impacting shipping routes and nearly 1,000 flights. Taiwan's government is condemning the drills, accusing China of, quote, military intimidation. China has had 6 military drills near Taiwan since 2022, when then U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited the island. What's different this time? Beijing is being unusually explicit about blocking foreign militaries from accessing Taiwan's airspace and waters, a message to the U.S. and its regional allies like Japan, just days after that historic $11.1 billion U.S.-Taiwan arms deal.
Okay. Well, we'll see how this goes. Now, the liberals, where only half their brain works, they're saying this is exactly what we're doing to Venezuela, and if we get involved in this Taiwan stuff, then we're a bunch of hypocrites. Those people are so stupid. So stupid. I don't exactly know why we're going after Venezuela. I know they say it's because of Maduro and all this other stuff. But if that's true, then why don't we go after North Korea? Right? How come we don't just fix North Korea then? North Korea is obviously fucked up. How come we don't go fix that? We're going to fix Venezuela cause? No, that doesn't sound right. It's probably because of the oil, and it's probably because it's an easy target, right? They got their elections or whatever, and the guy's a piece of shit, and so they got oil, they got things we want. It's an easy target. We're going to go over there, call him a bad guy because he is a bad guy, and then take what he has because we want it. That sounds very much like the U.S. But like I'm saying, how come we don't do that to North Korea? I just don't understand that, if it's about liberating. Now, they claim it's about drugs and stuff, but I don't know. I think it's a little both. Doesn't matter to me. Either way, this whole deal with China and Taiwan, like I said, it sounds like they're testing us because they're saying that the CCP has announced that they're going to do more military drills around Taiwan, like all the way around the island. And they're saying that Taiwan obviously doesn't want it. They're saying it's military intimidation by the CCP. And then the CCP puts out this CGI robot propaganda nonsense, shit that they don't even have, stuff that don't even exist yet. And then China claiming that they're going to block access to Taiwan, right? So they're closing the air zone. They're not going to allow anybody in and out of the ports, stuff like that. And that just sounds like they're challenging us because we're obligated by law, like they said in the video, to go in and help Taiwan because it's our ally and whatever. So just by China being there, we're going to have a presence of some sort, which I think we already do. And China's just kind of touching the line, right? Just putting their toes over the line to see what we'll do. That's what it looks like to me, at least. Anyways, next up, Ukraine tried to attack Putin residence, says Russia. Now, they're also going to be talking about Zelenzky going to Florida yesterday to meet with President Trump. They're supposedly talking peace deals and stuff like that. And it's all supposedly going well, but Russia just released a report saying that 91 drones were sent to his residence to assassinate him or something. It's being implied. They didn't literally say that, but it's kind of being implied that Ukraine tried to assassinate Putin directly. And Zelensky claims that it wasn't him, that he didn't do that. And so now they're questioning if the almost drone strike, if it's even real. Did that even happen? So it's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat. See what you hooligans think about China doing these military drills with live ammunition around Taiwan, as well as people in Michigan not being able to drive. And hopefully everybody in the chat's like, I'm a better driver than that, because I hate seeing people drive the way they drive here. Drives me nuts. What's up, Ghostly? Happy freedom. Ghostly, I hate people that drive like dickbags and kill or fuck up innocent people. Yeah, that's how I feel too. I feel like it's a threat. Like, if people are driving recklessly, that's the same thing as waving a gun around. That's exactly how I feel about it. If you're coming in my lane and you're whatever, you're being dangerous while driving a motor vehicle around me, it's the same thing as flashing me with a firearm. I immediately feel defensive, and I feel like you're a threat to me and everybody else on the road. And I wish somebody else cared that much, because it seems like people drive like shit, and then they act like it's not a big deal. You know, you see all these videos where, you know, somebody not paying attention runs into somebody else and then gets out of the car and acts like it's their fault. Like, why did you make me run into you while I was texting on my phone? Like, people are so stupid like that. It drives me nuts. Snugs, China does this every year with Taiwan. Yeah. Yes, they do. We cover this kind of videos all the time. What's up, Bright Gaming? Happy Freedom. What's up, Cass? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Tony Brez? Happy Freedom. And Hotters, because the CCP won't let me be me on MTV. It's true. Major, don't start no shit. There won't be no shit. That's right. You hear the little scrappy tagline coming in. What's up, MU? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, We Are the Show? Happy Freedom to you. I voted drill, baby, drill. I don't care where. Venezuela, that's our oil. That's too bad. That's too bad. Kevin, I wish it was Saturday so I could read that out loud. That is funny. Slide Dog Michigan does great ice hill slides too. What do you mean, like going sledding? I mean, that's definitely a thing here. Oh yeah? You're being real talkative today. Yeah, you were talking all over that gaming live and you didn't even realize it. Get your booty up there. Come on. Are you too fat? You weigh too much? Oh, I was gonna say we might have to lay off the fancy fees. Get the back door out of the camera. It's not that kind of live. Scott, keep your distance. Learn how to downshift even in an automatic. Noobs. Yep. Well, people just drive too fast. Even when you see cars in the ditch, you'll be driving and there's like kind of often you're seeing cars in the ditch. People still blowing past you. You can't see anything. It's like, okay. First one to the grave. That's what I always think when people are blowing past me and there's like, it's blizzard conditions. I'm like, are we racing to the grave? You're going to beat me there. Every time. I drive like an old man. What's up, Starn? Happy Freedom. What's up, Rich? Happy Freedom to you. Army vet, my mom lived in Sturgis. When she was alive, I used to hate to have to drive up there for Christmas. I believe it. I believe it. It's not fun to drive in the conditions up here, and it's not fun to drive on Michigan roads in general because they don't fix them. Because if they did, then the politicians would have nothing to run off of because every one of them says they're going to fix our roads, and they never do. And then in the wintertime, they don't plow them. They only plow them if it's not snowing, but it snows for 7 months. So it's just like I won't see the street again until May. So I understand. I understand. What's up, Tar Kitty? Happy Freedom. Tar Kitty, on 31, 100 miles south of you, some crazy pics and videos. Most semis I've seen in a ditch around Holland. See, Tar Kitty, I was just saying that before you got here. I was literally just talking about that. Right on 31. What's up, Mike Ingalls? Happy Freedom to you. Johnny, they don't do anything with North Korea because they need tension over there to control it and have say and sell weapons. That's why we don't go after North Korea. Nagasaki, Flint's full of ice right now. Yeah, it's because we had rain yesterday, which is really weird for Michigan. What's up, Lee? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Charmaine? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, David? Happy Freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Parabellum? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Brenda? Make sure we get everybody. Zero, are people get in the turn lane and then go straight when the green arrow light? Yeah. You can't trust the way people drive. Trust the way they drive. I have a hard time shaking their hand. I'm like, when was the last time you washed your hands, buddy? Like, that's how little I trust people. I don't even like shaking their hands. Let me see. MU, the game was fun to watch. I'm more of word game nerd, but like that you were enjoying it. I know it was kind of boring, MU. I was really trying to understand how to play the game because I think it's going to be kind of a long game, so I want to know how to play it correctly. I've realized I'm not the most entertaining person to watch play the game, but we got to do those 5 hours of premium live streaming. Well, we only got 4 hours left, or like 3 hours, 45 minutes, something like that. And I don't want people to feel like they're missing out on the news, which I think is a little bit more important than playing video games. But either way, I think we're going to play another 2 hours today, and then we're going to do 2 hours tomorrow, and then we'll be good until New Year's. Let me see. We're going to get into this next one. Like I said, Ukraine supposedly, that's what they should have said, supposedly tried to attack Putin's residence, says Russia. Now, these wild claims that are being passed around, and President Trump and Zelensky, like I've said twice now, met yesterday in Florida to talk peace deals. And if Zelensky is sending drone strikes after Putin, that's going to affect these peace talks. So, of course, it's kind of concerning to people who care about that stuff, but Zelensky says it's a lie. So either way, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chat on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said on Monday that Ukraine had tried to attack President Vladimir Putin's residence in northern Russia, an accusation Ukraine said is a lie. Without presenting any evidence, Lavrov said Ukraine attacked the presidential residence in the Novgorod region with 91 long-range drones, which he said were all destroyed by Russian air defenses. Lavrov said no one was injured and there was no damage. He said that targets had already been selected for retaliatory strikes by Russia's armed forces. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky denied that his country had planned such an attack. Zelensky said that Moscow was preparing the ground to strike government buildings in Kyiv and that the claim was an attempt to undermine peace talks. The angry exchanges, including a statement by Russia that it was reviewing its stance in negotiations in response to the attack, dealt a new blow to prospects for peace in Ukraine. Russia's accusation comes a day after U.S. President Donald Trump met Zelensky in Florida.
Well, thank you very much. We had a terrific meeting.
Trump said they were closer to an agreement to end the war, although territorial issues remained.
That's a very tough issue, but one that I think will get resolved. Yep.
Zelensky said on Monday 2 main issues in a 20-point peace proposal remained to be resolved: control of Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia nuclear power station, which is in Russian hands, and the fate of the Donbass area. Russian forces are battling to take Donbass, a region internationally recognized as Ukraine's sovereign territory. Kyiv wants fighting halted along current front lines.
Okay. So like I'm saying, President Trump's trying to do this peace deal stuff, and now Russia all of a sudden is claiming that they almost got hit with a drone strike. Now, them saying that it almost happened at Putin's residence seems to be a big deal, which, yeah, you know, assassinating a leader is obviously a big deal. But if you think of the aspect of war, isn't that like the quickest way to win? I don't know. They talk about it like no one's ever done that before or something. They're like, oh my God, can you believe what Ukraine tried? They tried to smoke the leader of the guys that are invading their country. Yeah. Isn't that always a possibility when it comes to war? I don't know. It just seems like the way they're talking about it is like they never even thought that would be a thing as that country invades another one. So I don't know. But anyways, they're saying that, or President Trump is saying that the peace talks are going well, and Russia is accusing Ukraine of trying to attack Putin's residence with 91 drones. All the drones were supposedly destroyed by Russian air defense. Ukraine is saying that they didn't do the attack. And the video is implying that Russia maybe is lying about this attack in order to leverage or have leverage in these peace talks or to potentially stage a retaliation. Trump was asked earlier today when he was meeting with, who is it, Benjamin Netanyahu that he met earlier, the leader of Israel, I think. He was asked about it earlier today, but he said at that time that he didn't know anything about the strike and hadn't heard anything, or he had heard it, but he wasn't given detailed information. It was more or less like, yo, this accusation's floating around. It's like he heard gossip. He hadn't been filled in, but he heard the gossip. So he got the tea, but he hasn't really figured it out yet. So maybe we'll hear more about it. It's kind of hard to say. Either way, next up, video shows helicopter spinning out of control before crashing south of Philadelphia. Now, apparently it's 2 helicopters they were flying in tandem, and then all of a sudden they were falling out of the sky. They don't give us a whole lot of details, but either way, it's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about the situation between Ukraine and Russia, as well as President Trump trying to get to a peace deal with all of it. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Information Warlord. Thank you so much for that $50 donation over on Rumble. You're badass. Thank you so much for the support. It says, happy Freedom Hooligans and Merry Late Christmas, Jeff. Merry Christmas to you, and I hope you have a happy New Year. Thank you so much. Ghostly, Russia down 91 drones. Bullshit. Well, see, and that's what I was kind of wondering too. What does it look like to down 91 drones? Because, I mean, I know that the capabilities are out there, but what do they do? What is protocol when 91 drones show up? And how long did they know they were there? How long did it take to get to the residence? Where's some other information? What did it look like when they got shot out of the sky? Where's the video of that? That video of everything else. Remember when the drone hit the top, I don't even remember what the place was, hit some building or facility or some shit, and there was like a little fire. There's videos of that all over the fucking place. So it's like, where's the video of this? They didn't just vaporize, right? The drones fell out of the sky after they were taken out, right? Where's that? Where's any of that? So like, I don't know if it's propaganda. I don't know if it really happened. I don't know if it didn't happen. It's entertaining though. So that's why I put it on the schedule. It's entertaining. Ghostly, their anti-air sucks. Would have bought it if they had a few drones hit something. Yeah, 91 is a lot for, you know, zero success rate. Zero. Yesterday I had all the windows open. It was almost 70 degrees, and this morning it's 19. Yeah. It got up to like 40 yesterday. I was pretty excited. I think I walked 3 miles or something like that. And then, yeah, it was frozen hell today. Colty, exactly. Where's the evidence? I call bullshit. Yeah, I think so too. We are the shows. 20 guys skeet shooting. That's all it takes. That's if Russia sent 91 drones into the Midwest. That's all it would take. 20 dudes in a case of beer and be the whole air defense we need for that. What's your name? S. Dull. Happy freedom to you. Or maybe it's S. Dully. We'll go with S. Happy freedom to you, S. S2. Yes. I bet all of you guys hate me. You're just like, I do all this work putting my name together, and then you don't even call me by my name. Just blame it on my dyslexia. What's up, Snarl? Happy freedom to you. Magic Moon, Zelensky is an actor. Never forget that. At this point, I just think they're all actors, and I just try to, you know, I have my favorite ones that are entertaining. That's what I'm going with at this point. Mew, it wasn't boring. Well, I'm glad you feel that way, because I think we're going to be continuing our career at Hogwarts later today. I got the music stuck in my head, like the intro music from the first Harry Potter. What's up, Danon? Happy freedom to you. Danon making a ham potato casserole. That sounds fantastic. Otters, I like when you called me fodders. Why are you always bringing up old shit, okay? I am so bad with names. So bad. I always remember Stoner. I called him Dabocles. Is that what it was? No, I called him Debacles. I called him Debacles for like years. And he was Dabocles, but I can't read good. So it was a problem. It almost lasted so long. It was like a generational problem. That's how long it was going on. What's up, Danny? Happy freedom. What's up, Nick? Happy freedom to... happy freedom to you. No one injured, nothing was damaged. It's not adding up. Yeah, Nick, I don't know. I have a feeling that Russia may be lying about this. OG, happy freedom to you. Both Russia and the Ukraine governments manipulate the United States. Oh, I'm sure. I think everybody manipulates everybody, and then they all show up and they smile on TV as they manipulate all of us. And as I say that, I hear loud ringing in my ear. Is that the CIA hitting the button on my brain? What is going on here? Zero. I like the name Jeff gave me. Everyone always screwed up the rug. Is it Rugrats? I know I was saying regrets for a long time, and then I was saying Rugrats, and then I just started calling you Zero because I wasn't confident that I was doing anything correctly. Otters, be right back. Dog's giving me a shakedown for the treats. I know what that's like. I know that all too well. All right, moving forward here. Like I said, video shows it should be helicopters spinning out of control before crashing south of Philadelphia. I don't know. I have yet to see any kind of news that makes me confident in traveling by the helicopter or by an airplane, because man, they're just falling out of the sky left and right, and there ain't a whole lot you can do. You can flap your wings, but it ain't gonna get you very far. I don't know. I just can't do it. I don't feel confident in flight at this point. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Now on to a deadly mid-air collision between two helicopters that happened south of Philadelphia. We're now hearing from a witness who helped comfort one of the pilots after that crash. Here's ABC's Hannah Battah.
This morning, dramatic video shows a helicopter spinning out of control seconds before crashing near Hamilton Airport in southern New Jersey. Black smoke billowing into the sky, witnesses calling 911.
I see one helicopter slowly descending down in a rotating motion, almost as if the rudder and the tail they've lost control. And then I see a second one come down with the same issue behind it.
One pilot died. The other pilot rushed to the hospital critically injured. Both were reportedly flying close together in tandem. It's unclear why.
My husband just started screaming, saying, "Call 911."
One witness and her husband rushed to the scene with their neighbor, trying to comfort one of the pilots.
There was a man in there. He was conscious and breathing and, kind of just looking around. And the only thing I could think to do was just hold his hand and talk to him. So I just laid in the ground next to him and just was like, hey, we're here. Don't worry.
The owner of a local restaurant says the pilots ate breakfast together yesterday.
It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. They seem to come in all the time together. They fly in together, and they seem to be close.
Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
Records show one chopper was privately owned. The other belongs to a charter company. No word yet on what caused that crash.
Okay. Well, I assume the helicopters clipped each other, considering they were flying in tandem and then they both fell out of the sky. There's not a whole lot of shit up there. I mean, unless they both clipped a tree or a power line or something, I assume they probably got a little bit too close. They're saying that both helicopters crashed. One of the pilots died and the other pilot survived the crash, and they're now in the hospital. They were in critical condition when they went to the hospital, and then didn't say anything about since they've been there. People who lived near the crash stayed with the surviving pilot while they waited for help, which is pretty nice. But I wonder if we'll get a follow-up on this or not. Maybe condition of the second pilot. It's kind of hard to say. Next up, midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Stoner, and it's titled, You Can Tell. I don't know why I can't read this. Oh, it's because I spelled it wrong. There you go. You can tell he was raised right. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these helicopters falling out of the sky. Zero. Oh, the second pilot died too? Nah, that sucks. Yeah, not flying a helicopter or a plane anytime soon. Snarl, you think it was a pinch weapon? You think that would cause them to spin like that? Wouldn't that cause the top rotor to also disengage? Not just the rear rotor? Information Warlord, one snuffed a rotor collapse and the other rotated in. Well, that's what I'm wondering. If they got a little bit too close and took each other down on accident. Sly Dog, I'm going to refrain from reading that out loud, but that's a funny one. Magic Moon, that's all you could do is be with them. Yeah. Patriot Dad, I wish I could do something legally about Pritzker denying no tax on tips or overtime in Illinois. Yeah, I'm really surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised at the fact that he's doing that, because these people are these people, but I am surprised that they're on top of it that quickly, or that that's even something they're focused on at this point. I'm not surprised that they're screwing people over, but I'm surprised that they're doing it that way. I mean, they hate President Trump more than they hate us, I think, at this point. I feel like they're not doing that in Illinois because they necessarily hate the people of Illinois. That's why they don't put the murderers away, is because they hate the people of Illinois. But I think this is more about undermining President Trump's no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. But either way, it sucks. I don't know how they could do that and how it's not considered getting around an executive order. Snarl shut down the power. It still needs wind down. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Information warlord, I flew a helicopter once. That was enough. I believe you. I believe you. I don't know. I don't like being up high. I don't think I would like it. I've been on a plane. I've never been on a helicopter. Agent O, drink Red Bull. Yeah, it gives you wings. That's right. Zero, terrible accident, but the people comforting the one pilot is very cool. I think so too. That's the most somebody could give you in that kind of position. All right, hooligans, we're moving forward here. Like I said, we got our midlife break, and it was provided by Stoner. Come on, thing. Quick and easy. All right, like I said, this one was provided by Stoner, and it's titled, You Can Tell He Was Raised Right. Goodness. You could tell he like looked the other way. He's like, oh no, it's a girl in a skirt. She's about to bend over. And he looked the other way and he's like, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I want to look at though. Sometimes you just can't help yourself. That is so funny. Anyways, getting back into the news here. Next up, we got Iran's president. Iran's president saying the country is at full-scale war with the West, and that includes us. Apparently, we're at war with Iran. They're ordering more bunker buster bombs, and they want them now. It's coming up next, but first I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to open a browser, go to rumble.com, come to live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get this pulled up. Iran says they don't like us very much. And they were wondering if President Trump's got any more of those bunker buster bombs. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
A Trump-Netanyahu meeting happening as Iran's president says that Tehran is in a, quote, full-scale war with the United States, Israel, and Europe. So for more on what that could mean, let's go to Chief International Correspondent James Longman, who's in London. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning, Malika. President Pezeshkian says his country is in a full-scale war with the U.S., Israel, and Europe, saying the West does not want Iran to stand on its feet. He also claimed the military is stronger than it was when the U.S. and Israel targeted Iran's nuclear sites over the summer. You'll remember back in June, President Trump ordered an attack on 3 of Iran's nuclear facilities using bunker buster bombs and cruise missiles. He initially claimed their nuclear capabilities had been totally destroyed, but the US government now says some of that enriched uranium wasn't eliminated, and it's unclear how far their program was actually set back. Now, Iran's president is not the key decision maker in Iran. That is the supreme leader. But these comments look timed to provoke maximum reaction ahead of Netanyahu's meeting with Trump today. Will?
Certainly heighten the stakes. James, thank you for that.
Okay. So Iran's kind of talking out their ass is what it sounds like. I mean, unless we are at a secret war with them and we just don't know it because we don't get told anything, which that could be. I mean, you'd never know. But either way, Iran's claiming that they're at a full-scale war with Israel, Europe, and us. Iran is claiming that their military is even stronger than they were when we hit them with the bunker buster bombs. They also say in that video that supposed information came out saying we did not debilitate their defenses as much as we thought they did as far as their nuclear program goes, that they may still have enriched uranium and they're going to do bad things. I don't know. If they want these bunker buster bombs, I am sure by the way President Trump brags about it every single time he's live, he wouldn't be against sending another couple over there. I don't know why this guy wants them so bad. It's like he's walking out with his ice cream cone and Trump's like, get that out of here. Get that out of here. Slaps it right out of his hand, right? So he leaves for a couple months. He comes back with ice cream. He's like, I bet Trump won't do it again. We're going to watch him do it again. Okay, don't come over here doing that shit. Trump will do this to you. Do not do this. Just go sit down somewhere and you'll be okay. Like, don't do this. And we're going to see what's going to happen. This next week is going to be Hegseth and Trump and Rubio coming up to the microphone again saying, well, last night we had dropped the bunker buster bombs on these assholes. I'm like, well, if you guys want it. You know, Trump wants to test out this new military equipment. If you guys give him a reason, that's how it's going to go. Next up, Atlanta police officer among two found dead in a home near Piedmont Park, the police say. Now, in this story, they don't give you any details. And I think it's because they're trying to get this story straight since it's one of their own. That's what I really think is going on. But the next two stories are really similar and they are not the same story. I double, triple checked. Both these stories involve officers showing up for a wellness check. Both times the officers enter the home to find two dead bodies. Now, in one instance, the guy was a former city manager and he was with his wife. In the other instance, and the one we're going to cover next, it was an officer and some random woman. It's very weird, and it's like the same kind of story, but they're not the same specific situation itself. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Iran begging for these bunker buster bombs. Ghostly helicopters run on hopes and dreams. I saw a video saying that our helicopters have rear rotors because if we didn't, the helicopter would just spin in place because the top rotor or the main rotor, whatever it's called, the centrifugal force would cause the body of the helicopter to spin. So the rear rotor counters that. But in Russia or some other wherever non-US country, they have double rotors. They have one set that spins clockwise. They have another set right below it that spins counterclockwise, and that prevents the helicopter from spinning because it has, I don't know, centrifugal force that cancels itself out. I don't know. I'm not Elon. I'm not a rocket scientist. But I seen a video talking about that. Otherwise, I have no idea how any of this stuff works. What's up, Obnoxious Guy? Happy freedom to you. Obnoxious Guy, y'all see Israel announced the functionality of their new laser defense system? I don't think I've seen anything for Israel. I know we saw Europe did it earlier in the summer maybe, or maybe it was last winter. I remember Maui happened. Everybody was talking about DEWs. They were swearing up and down that that was not a real thing. And then Europe came out and said they had a new warship that had DEWs on it. And I can't remember what it was called. It had some crazy name. But it shot a beam that looked like Godzilla. And they were like, yeah, look at our new shit. And we're like, wait a minute. They just spent 2 months saying that technology didn't exist. I don't think I've seen Israel's, though. You guys will have to tag me in some videos. Matt Rogers, I belonged to a helicopter squadron when I was in the Marines, and I've never been on a helicopter. Fuck them things. I agree. They do not look safe. Obnoxious Scott, nope. Israel invented the laser defense system. Interesting. I have not heard anything about that, Obnoxious Scott. Ghostly, we have double-bladed heave lift helicopters. See, I have to look that stuff up. I don't know enough about this stuff. Thank you so much, Ramsey, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Ramsey. Thank you so much for the support. It says, you obviously forgot to like and repost the stream. Fix it. Thank you, Ramsey, and happy freedom to you. Snarl, I ran better, I run. Yeah, I don't know why they're poking the bear here. Patriot Dad, I think Iran wants another enema. I'm thinking so. I don't know why they want it, though. I feel like they got a trick up their sleeve. What's up, Chad? Happy freedom to you. Tony Rez, Iran wants that big, beautiful bunker buster bomb. They do. Magic Moon, stupid is as stupid does. It's gotta be. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. Rappy, I forgot to go. I didn't forget. I was gonna go to the post office today, but we decided to have a blizzard instead. I haven't gone outside. I don't plan on going outside until tomorrow. I gotta send out Meta's stickers and magnet and stuff. I have to take it to the post office in case I have to add extra stickers on it. And I will check the P.O. box. I'm sorry, Rappy. It's not my fault that a blizzard, but I'll go to the post office tomorrow. Major, maybe Biden can send them more weapons. Yeah, that'll fix it. What's up, Roy? Happy freedom to you. Chad, Iran's at war with the world. When has Iran not been at war with the world? That's what I mean. I don't know why they're making these announcements. Thank you so much, Obnoxious Scott, for joining the membership program over on Rumble. And welcome to the family. You're officially a hooligan. And I appreciate you, Obnoxious Scott. Thank you so much. There was a comment I was looking for, and now I can't find it. It's a Plastic Quack. Happy freedom. Plastic Quack, not so fast. Reagan made Star Wars before Israel. Oh no, I'm not getting into this. I'm not that good at history. Major, Iran's always pump faking. Isn't China always doing that too? They're always like leaking information about their military, and it's some sort of equipment that doesn't even function, or it's not real at all. The entire blueprint is fabricated nonsense just to scare people. What's up, DP? Happy freedom to you. Nick, they're trying to reverse engineer it is my guess. I don't know. Careful what you wish for. The bunker buster bombs, they're like, maybe if they hit us with them enough, we'll figure out how they made them. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how it all works. What's up, Anime Adventure? Happy freedom to you. Oh, I'm trying. Rodney, aren't they out of water too? Oh, I don't know. I don't know how people live in those countries. I have no idea. What's going on over here? What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for gifting 5 subs over on Rumble. You're a badass, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. Making hooligans. If we hit 100 over here, we're going to eat spicy jerky. We're going to have to eat spicy jerky anyways at some point, because I got a plethora. I got a stockpile of the jerky here. But if we hit 100, we're going to eat the hottest jerky that Australia has to offer. It's the Scorpion Strike jerky here. It's made by the Chili Factory. And like I said, it's supposedly the hottest that Australia has to offer. If we hit 100 hooligans over on Rumble, we're going to do the thing. All right, let's move forward. Like I said, this is one of the 2 weird stories that we got on the schedule today. This one's titled, Atlanta Police Officer Among 2 Found Dead in a Home Near Piedmont Park, says the police. And it's all very mysterious, and they don't give us a whole lot of details. The next story gives a little bit more details, but this one involves a cop, so they're being all secretive about things, which is a little weird. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Why is she making that face? Poor girl. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
We begin with breaking news at 11. A welfare check in Midtown Atlanta ends in tragedy. 2 people found dead inside of a home. One of the victims is a police officer. 11 Alive Stefanich Haynock joins us live from the scene on Coolidge Avenue, just across the street from Piedmont Park. And Steph, we usually do not see this, especially in that area. What can you tell us?
Yeah, it's very unusual, Angelina. What we do know is that a tragic situation occurred here in Midtown. Families left without 2 loved ones in the middle of the holidays. Now, Atlanta police tell us there is no threat to the community here, but still 2 people, including a police officer, are dead.
I think it's just going to be one of those things where we have to wait and kind of see what happens.
Questions remain after a welfare check quickly turned into a death investigation just before 4 p.m. Saturday.
Once we arrived, we located inside of the residence 2 individuals deceased, one male, one female, who suffered from gunshot wounds.
Atlanta police have not released identities, but confirm one is one of their own.
We have confirmed that one of the decedents inside of the location is an APD officer. That's all we have at this time.
The hours-long investigation blocking a section of Coolidge Avenue.
I was like, oh, they're filming a movie. What's happening over here? Not a movie. It's a real-life movie, unfortunately, and I can't get to my car.
Tonight, detectives are still working to piece together what happened and why.
I actually hang out over here a little bit, and this will be my first of seeing this.
And we hope to learn more about what exactly happened at this home right behind me on Coolidge Avenue. We do want to mention that the road here has since been reopened. We also know Atlanta Police says that employee assistance and support services are going to be available to officers and staff as they grieve this loss. Live here in Midtown, I'm Stephanie Chanock. Angelina, back to you.
Still a lot left to learn. Steph, thank you for that.
Okay. Now, like I said, this next video we're going to play, we're not going to play it right this second, but when we get to it, it's very similar to this. It's not the same location, it's not the same story, but it kind of goes down the same way. Now, in this one, they're saying that 2 people were found dead inside of a residence. 1 man, 1 woman, both died from gunshot wounds. The police found the bodies when they were stopping for a wellness check, and then they don't really provide more details than that. They say that the man was an officer. That's it. They don't give us any more details than that. And it seems like it's done intentionally, not the way that we normally get it, right? This is all the details they're willing to give us at this time. It's not that. It doesn't feel like that. It seems like they got one of their own. They walked in, shit didn't look right, and they were like, okay, tell everybody wait outside. We're going to have to get the details. Then we're going to have to make the story look this way because we don't want the cop to look bad. That's what it sounds like to me. Otherwise, I don't understand why they're not like, seemed like a romantic feud that went wrong. Seemed like these people were attacked in their home. It wasn't the officer and his girlfriend found. It wasn't the officer and his wife found. It was an officer and a woman found inside a residence. Was it theirs? Did they belong there? Did the house belong to anybody? Like, why are they so secretive about that? Like, the words they chose, which most of it was nothing, it was very selective, and it sounds to me like they're manipulating the shit because they don't want this cop to look bad. I don't know if he was cheating on his wife or anything like that, but it just sounds very suspicious to me. Hopefully we'll have a follow-up because I have a lot of questions. And like I said, in this next one, it's a very similar story, but it's titled Former McKinney City Manager and Wife was found dead at home, and then it says son was shot by police. Now in this situation, it's the same thing. Wellness check, officers show up, 2 dead people inside the house. Now things take a turn because they find the son alive and he's armed and some other shit. But it's just kind of weird that these wellness checks are resulting in murdered bodies inside the house. It's very weird. Either way, it's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat. See what you hooligans think about these 2 dead bodies found in this house. Man and a woman. Man's a cop. Don't worry about anything else. 0 murder-suicide? Could be. That's what it kind of sounds like to me. It could be something like that. Obnoxious guy, thank you for tagging me. I will check it out after the live because I'm interested to know more about that. Colty, my money's on fentanyl overdose. They said that they died from gunshot. The next story? In the next story, I'm not sure how they died. Now that I'm thinking about it. But in that story, the one we just covered, they said both people died from gunshot wounds. Patriot Dad fishy. I think it's fishy. Patriot Dad, you got premium? Yeah, we're going to be gaming later today after the live. We already did 1 hour of Hogwarts Legacy. I think we're going to do another 2 after the live today. And then tomorrow we're going to do 2 hours of gaming as well, but I think we're going to play Arc Raiders. Otter's murder-suicide staging? Could be. Chad, it takes time to come up with a story. the public will maybe believe. I mean, look at the way the public picks stories apart now. Look at the Charlie Kirk's death. Look at the way they go after Erica Kirk and stuff. So yeah, I bet they are probably working on making a story that makes some sort of sense. They don't want to say, you know, Officer so-and-so is having a hard time at work and went home and took it out on his mistress after his girlfriend or his wife wasn't cooking tonight's dinner correctly. You know, like, they don't want to say shit like that. Not about a cop. So I assume they're trying to be like, officer heard woman choking, kicked the door in to save her life. She was faking it, shot him. He returned fire. They both died. Like, you know, so I don't know what happened, but hopefully we'll get a follow-up because, like I said, I got questions. What's up, Turbo? Happy freedom to you. Why are you riding a bike? Don't you got snow like I got snow? Colty. Well, I mean, honestly, if the cop went in there and saw that fool both of them. What am we looking at? Oh, you're talking about the next story? Well, we'll get into that in a second. Plasquag dude's wife found him cheating. You think the wife did it? Could be. Could you imagine that? Wife shows up at the mistress' house, ring the doorbell. Her husband answers the door. She unloads the 45 into his face, kicks the door the rest of the way open. Woman comes out of the kitchen, half naked, wearing nothing but a maid's outfit, carrying birthday cake. Bam, bam, let her fucking have it. Wife dips out. Police show up. They're like, oh, I knew this was going to happen. When she showed up pissed off at lunch yesterday, I knew this was going to happen. They're like, tell the press to wait outside. We gotta figure out a way to make this right. I don't know. We're watching a lot of TV lately. Kevin, get a bunch of freezing rain tonight. I'm sorry to hear that, Kevin. You don't want the snow we got, though. It is awful, and it won't stop. The wind is hitting the house so hard, it's fatigued my ears. Like, I sound like I'm underwater to myself because it's just whooshing, hitting the house. The whole time I was sleeping, it's just been nonstop. It sucks. What's up, Night Owl? Happy freedom to you. So find it, fix it. Happy freedom to you. Turbo, it's 36 where you are? Well, you better put some shorts on. That's summer weather. There's Jeff writing the script like a little kid coming up with his stolen bike story. I'm just telling you, it's probably what happened. Plastic Quack, yep, that's exactly how I was seeing it too. It's so funny. That's funny. All right, hooligans, moving forward. Like I said, this next one is weird. It is weird. It's just as weird as the cop story, if not a little bit more weird, but we actually get more details in it. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, and this might be the last time we do this reminder because I haven't heard from Larry in a little while, and I'm starting to become concerned. Well, not starting. I've been concerned, but we need to get an update. So anyways, I put together a page for our friend Larry, who's in need of a kidney transplant, and he has been in and out of the hospital quite a bit, including the last time we all heard from him. He literally said he was going to the hospital, and we haven't heard from him since. If there's any way you can help our friend Larry, please go check out his page over on the website. It's got his story, details, links, and he even made a GoFundMe. And like I said, if there's any way you can help our friend Larry, please go check out his page over on the website. Let's get into this next video here. Very weird. Murdered people inside the house. Come on, do thing. It's not good. This is titled Former McKinney City Manager and their wife was found dead at home. Son was shot by police. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
McKinney tonight. Multiple sources tell WFAA that a former city manager is one of 2 victims in a homicide investigation. Investigators were called to Dunster Drive just off Lake Forest Drive around 10 o'clock this morning. Sources say former McKinney city manager Leonard Frank Reagan, who served in the city about 15 years ago, was found dead along with Jackie Reagan. And police say officers then shot the couple's son. Here's WFAA's Richard Solomon now breaking down what we know tonight.
Well, McKinney police say this all started as a welfare check that quickly turned into a disturbing scene here at this home behind me. Police say once officers went inside, they found both a husband and wife dead. Officers also found the adult son inside of the home, armed with the long gun when shots were fired. McKinney police say a relative who lives out of state hadn't heard from the couple in several days and called in a welfare check last night. Police say officers came but didn't find any suspicious reasoning to prompt them to go inside. We're told that same relative called again this morning, and once officers got here, they forced entry into the home through the back door. Police say right as they walked in, they found Leonard Frank Reagan and his wife Jackie Reagan dead in the living room. Frank Reagan is the former city manager of McKinney about 10 years ago. As officers continued to check the residence, they found 34-year-old Bryce Reagan, the couple's son, inside a bedroom with a long gun. I'm told officers gave him several commands to put down the gun, but he didn't. That's when police say officers shot him, hitting him multiple times. He was taken to a hospital in stable condition, but we haven't heard his condition as of now. Neighbors who live here say they heard the gunshots early this morning, and I'm told the couple had lived here for years.
Very shocking. I mean, it's always something you never expect in your own neighborhood. And I wish I knew the family. I wish I knew a little bit what maybe had been taking place to give more answers.
And right now, McKinney police are trying to figure out how and when exactly the couple died. Police say no officers were injured. For now, in McKinney, I'm Richard Solomon. Back to you.
Just a few moments ago, we received a statement from McKinney City Manager Paul Grimes. He says, quote, "We have learned that former City Manager Frank Reagan and his wife were tragically found deceased in their home. Mr. Reagan served the McKinney community from March 2008 to June 2010. Our condolences and prayers are with the family. We are unable to comment further while this is an active investigation."
So like I said, very similar story in certain ways, as far as officers just randomly doing a wellness check and then finding 2 dead bodies. And this one takes a turn after that. They're saying that the police found their 34-year-old son in a back room. He was armed with a long gun. Not an assault rifle, it was a long gun. So I guess we're not in like ban the gun season, because otherwise they would have said assault rifle. It could be a stick with a pipe. I'm trying to think what it is. I can't think what the damn thing is. You use a screwdriver to tighten it. Anyways, he could be doing this and they'd be saying it was an assault rifle. So I'm shocked at the fact that they called it a long rifle or a long gun. They're saying that the police shot him after he failed to follow orders, but then they say that he's in stable condition. He went to the hospital. They kind of say that they don't know what condition he's in now, which leads me to believe is because he went to jail and they're not, answering any more questions at this point. But I assume if he went there in stable condition, he continued to be in stable condition, unless this is like a Tupac situation where he was shot 10 times. They said that he was going to be fine, and the next day they said he died, and none of that shit made sense. And so I don't know, maybe it was something like that, but we'll see. Anyways, next up we got the last little bit of the news before we get into the fun stuff. It's titled "Judge Allows Some Transcripts Unsealed from Hearing on Charlie Kirk's Shooter." Now, they're also going to be spending quite a bit of this time talking about how apparently it's been live streamed. I didn't realize it was being live streamed. There's a lot of rules. They can only show him when he's sitting at the defense table. Any other time, they're not allowed to show him on camera. And apparently the live stream was showing him in shackles. And it was a court order back in October that he's not to be seen that way. And so they threw out the live stream today or yesterday or whenever it happened. And if there's any more violations, they're not going to live stream it anymore. Now, I don't really think the live stream is probably worth watching considering all these stipulations. But either way, they're doing a lot. They're going way out of their way to fancy this shooter up, and I'm not really sure why. But either way, it's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat. See what you hooligans think about this guy and his wife being found dead in their house. The son's armed with a long gun. Catches a couple rounds from the officer because he's not complying. And we don't have a motive or anything like that. 0 special needs son. I mean, it could be. Packages sitting on the porch. Did you see that, or are you asking about that? I didn't notice that, but I wasn't looking for it. Newspaper sitting in the driveway. It's been a few days. Yeah. Turbo. No, we just got to Hogwarts on the game. We played through the tutorial and all that stuff, and then we literally just walked through the doors of Hogwarts. And, we picked Slytherin house. And we went into the Slytherin house, and that's where we stopped the game. So we're like right at the beginning. I'm sorry to hear about that, Patriot Dad. I'm glad you're still with us. Otters, wealthy looking neighborhood. Could be entitled kids. Yeah, could be. Otters, Gryffindor all day. Come on, man. I was wondering how controversial that was going to be. I've known I was Slytherin forever. I've known forever that I was Slytherin. There's just something about it. Now, I don't really like the Slytherin people in the movies. I think that there's a better way to be Slytherin than those people are. They're not handling it correctly. It could be a very strong house without being deceptive and lying, cheating, stealing kind of stuff. I did the same thing when I played Skyrim. I was a Khajiit, and everyone said they were sneaky, slimy thieves. I never played like that, though. I'm the best Khajiit out there, so I don't know. And they were calling me a dirty milk drinker and stuff. I'm like, come on, man. So yeah, we're going to make Slytherin great again. That's what we're doing. Zero. If he was special needs, he could have seen who did it and was scared. Yeah, that could be Zero. Ghostly Jeff's a pure blood. No mud blood. Snow, I love the Khajiit. I do too. They're doing these funny videos on TikTok where people are taking their cats and they're playing audio from Skyrim. And it says something like, Khajiit has wares if you have coin. And so people are like sliding money up to their cat while playing the audio. I love it. What's up, Watchman? Happy freedom to you. Turbo, the first time I seen her talking about the gardening teacher, she melted all the butter in my kitchen. Oh, well, I'm looking forward to that. I wonder how far we'll get today. Tony Rez, nerds. I know. What's up, Cruz? Happy freedom. Agent O is the sun on SSRIs. It could be the way today's world is. $20.84. Happy freedom to you. Rob Reiner's kid killed him after taking new doses of psych meds. Interesting. I wonder, what would that plea look like in court? You know, could you plead insanity off of that? I don't know. That stuff is always weird to me. Night Owl. What are you talking about? Makes watching spooky movies atmospheric, but that's all it's good for? I'm not sure what you're talking about. What's up, Salty Ginger? Happy freedom to you. Oh, you sent me a video, and I meant to watch it when I was putting the schedule together, and I totally forgot. I'm going to write a note really quick so I can remember to check it tomorrow. All right, I'm going to remember. I just wrote a note. But thank you for tagging me so I could check it out. Evan, have you checked out Patriot Hour? No, I don't think I've checked it yet. I was going down my reminders, but I've been busy doing other stuff that I have to do. But I'll try and do it today, right after the live, before we play the game. Is there something specific I'm supposed to be looking for? Let me see. Oh, on Rumble. I think I got him pulled up on Rumble. I will check it out. Evan, thank you for reminding me. Nick, medical malpractice. Yeah, but could you blame a double murder on that, though? Night Owl, the howling wind. Yes, I'm surprised you guys can't hear it. Ghostly Jeff's a skooma addict. No. No, not that kind of Khajiit. Zero, an arrow to the knee. That's right. Otters. I think it was illegal drugs, not psych meds. They said he was bad on meth. Talking about Rob Reiner's kid. Yeah, I saw that too. Watchman missed the notice I was making moose minch. And I'm not supposed to say that out loud because that sounds explicit. It sounds exotic. Stoner, you're a wizard, Jeffrey. I know, that's what I was waiting for. That's what I was waiting for. I just didn't understand why they were handing me a cross and telling me to go to the woods. I don't know. Anyways, getting to this next one, like I said, judge allows some transcript unsealed from hearing on Charlie Kirk shooting. And like I said, they're kind of babying this guy. Where did this guy get all his money from? Because it makes me suspicious. They have all these weird court orders, and they're like, oh, give him normal clothes. Oh, don't show him without shackles. And then they're like really hounding this live stream people. They're like, oh, you mess up again. You show him in shackles again, you're done. Da-da-da-da-da. Would they have been that way if it was Charlie Kirk? You know, if he was on the bench, would he get all the special privileges and stuff? Because I just kind of feel like he wouldn't. It's got to be a money thing. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already. And let's get into this.
Prosecutors have charged 22-year-old Tyler Robinson with aggravated murder following the shooting of the conservative activist back on September 10th in Utah. Prosecutors plan to seek the death penalty. But during a previous hearing earlier this month, Judge Graff stopped a media live stream of the hearing and ordered a camera be moved after defense attorneys said that the video showed Robinson's shackles, and that is a violation of a court order. That order, issued back in October, prohibits media from showing Robinson in restraints or anywhere in the courtroom except seated at the defense table. The judge warned that any further violations would result in future broadcasts being terminated. Robinson's legal team, along with the Utah County Sheriff's Office, wanted the judge to ban those cameras entirely. Again, the judge's decision today does allow media access to the courtroom, but he hasn't made a firm ruling. He did rule that transcripts and audio recordings from a hearing back in October, however, will be unsealed. Laura.
Yeah, so we talked a little bit about the transcripts. What are we expecting on that?
Yeah, so that's also interesting because he has not determined whether or not they will be made public in their entirety. Most of them will be. However, there will be some that they will keep that redaction. Judge Graff ruled that audio and some of the transcripts of that October hearing could be issued. But again, you will see some of those forms redacted. That could include discussion of security measures. He said those transcripts will be made available in the coming weeks. Of course, this is all happening as Charlie Kirk's legacy does continue to live on. Turning Point will return to college campuses in the new year for a series of events expected to commemorate Kirk and really feature appearances by his widow, Erica. As you know, she is now CEO of Turning Point, and these events will feature Republican governors and prominent conservative media personalities.
All right, Jessica, thank you so much. It's so important for that transparency. As you and I cover courts, we want to see it all. We want to bring it to our viewers.
We don't want to be in the...
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our new...
Okay. So like I said, they're giving this guy like kids gloves treatment, and I don't know why. They got him like straight up, this is the guy? I don't know. I understand in situations where there's uncertainty, right? Like you don't know if this person did it or not. But if the FBI's got this guy on camera and they know up and down he did it, and they got the text messages that say, oh my God, I just went and did this and I hid the gun here and come get it and we're going to have dinner later and whatever the hell. Like, why are you giving him special treatment? You already know he did it. At this point, it's just due process. You're just you're just going through the motions. You already know how it went. So I don't understand why he's getting so much special treatment. It means he has money, because that's the only time you get special treatment is if you got money. Where did he get the money to fight this kind of fight? Like, did he just add it? He just had money like this, $100,000 just in case? Like, I don't know. It sounds weird to me. But either way, the other thing that I noted, I haven't seen anybody say this in the chat, they're charging him with aggravated murder. But why isn't he being charged with a hate crime? If you do something bad to somebody because of their political beliefs, it is a hate crime. It is specifically a hate crime. He didn't kill Charlie Kirk because he didn't like him having dark colored hair. He didn't kill Charlie Kirk because he didn't like his t-shirt. He killed Charlie Kirk because of his political beliefs. That is specifically a hate crime. So I don't know if it should replace aggravated murder, but it should be attached on there somewhere. it is specifically a hate crime, and they don't talk about it like that. They say in the video that the live stream for the trial had to be cut and removed because it showed the defendant in shackles, which is against a court order from October. The judge said if there's any future violations that the live stream will be banned. And like I said, it doesn't sound like it's much of a live stream as it is, because they can only show the defendant while he's at the defense table. If he's anywhere else in the courtroom or doing anything else in the courtroom, they can't even show it. So I don't know. They're making this a clunky ass trial. Either way, that is the last little bit of the news. We are going to be getting into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent calendar sent by Tori Wayne. Also, I got the figure I made on Saturday to show you guys. These figures don't make any sense at this point, but they will as time goes on, because these pieces fit together. We're just early on, so it's going to look rough. But either way, we're going to open today's brand new door of the Advent calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And then, like I said, we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one is provided by Stoner, and it's titled Unjabbed and Surviving the Winter of Death. And our official funny video of the day that was provided by Colty, and it's titled Everyone Hates TSA. All of that's coming up next. So first, we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about the Charlie Kirk shooter. Snooks, this was premeditated murder in my opinion. Yeah, but I'm not sure which is worse between aggravated murder and premeditated murder. I also don't know if capital murder would have been on the table for this or not, but hate crime should be there. It is a hate crime, so I don't understand why it's not even mentioned. Ghostly. Dude's a leftist messing with shapeshifters. Knew right away that they were going to treat him as good as they could. Yeah, and it seems that way. I don't know how he's going to get off the hook, though. They haven't said anything about him being able to get off the hook. They haven't even suggested anything. With the Luigi Mangione, they spend more time talking about him potentially not going to jail at all than anything else. But in this situation, they talk about him like he's fragile. Oh, you showed him in chains? Oh, how dare you? And what do you mean? He's going to be wearing chains for the rest of his life if this stuff goes through. So, I don't know. It's weird. Ghostly, yeah. Yep, you're right. Chad, half our country thinks the murderer is a hero. Maybe the judge does too. Yeah, hopefully that's not the case, but yeah. Side dog, can't be a hate crime. Charlie Kirk was straight and white. Yeah. It shouldn't be that way, but yeah, I hear you. Otters. Oh, talking about the lip readers? Yeah, I've seen people doing that too. Doing lip reading from the trial recordings and whatnot, trying to figure out what the shooter is saying. Major. If it wasn't being covered, he'd be charged to the fullest. Yeah. Well, and that's what I mean. They got him. As far as I know, he doesn't have any hope of getting out of this at all. They got his text messages with him saying he did it. So I don't know. I don't know. It seems like they're just drawing it all out. They're making it into more of a optic than it should be. Chad, judge letting the bias show. That's what I kind of think it is too. Tony Rez, what are they hiding? I don't think they're hiding anything, but they don't want to portray the shooter as a bad person. So instead of showing up in county blues or in county oranges, he's showing up in regular clothes. And then he's in shackles because they refuse to remove the shackles, but they don't want him to be shown in shackles because it's going to change the way the public sees him. I don't know. Like I said, it makes sense if you think about somebody in a situation where you don't know shit. Shit could be either way. This person could be innocent. They could be guilty. Okay, I could understand that. Taking precautions to give this person a fair trial that they have the right to. You got this guy on camera. You got DNA. You got him saying it. You got all things. You have everything pointing that this guy's the guy. I don't know why they're being so soft with him, because normal people are not treated that way. Before they even know if you're guilty or not, they're like hitting you over the head and stripping you naked in the hallway in front of people and shit. Like, they treat you like a fucking animal before they even know if you've done anything wrong. And this guy fucking shoots somebody in front of everybody. And, oh, don't show him in shackles. That's weird to me. It's very weird. What's up, Shane? Happy freedom. What's up, Keep It Salty? Happy freedom to you. Watchman Moose Munch. You're not really doing better, Watchman. What is it? Before I have to say it a third time. What is it? Slydog, he was the second person to claim responsibility. Is there a third or a fourth? Well, they said that the first person was a distraction. Maybe you're right. Maybe this guy's a distraction. Maybe he's not the actual shooter. I don't think he looks like the guy that was mentioned in the camera footage when the FBI was putting out the still shots. And they were like, this is the shooter. And then they arrest this guy and he doesn't look anything like the other images, which happens all the time. So I don't know. What's up, Bulky? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Pain? Happy freedom to you. Watchman, popcorn drizzled with chocolate, marshmallow, and nuts. That sounds fantastic. How did it end up getting the name Moose Munch? I mean, I guess how did Deer Tracks get its name, I suppose. Oh, do you guys even have that? I don't know if I've ever asked you guys that. You guys know what Moose Tracks is, right? It's ice cream. It's got like peanut butter cups and fudge and stuff in it. In Michigan, we have Deer Tracks, which is like Moose Tracks, but I think it's got more peanut butter in it, or peanut butter and caramel or something like that. Ours is better, is just what I'm trying to say. We got Superman ice cream too, just in case you guys want some of that. You can come to Michigan. Come to Michigan. I wouldn't recommend it right now. It's 10 man and fuck, it's cold. Yeah, 10 man, you wouldn't like it in Michigan. It says it feels like 6 outside or something like that. Zero, great band name. What is it? What's the great band name? Ghostly, Enhanced Death. That does sound like a good band name. Zero, they can add a hate crime enhancement to sentencing. They could, but it's unlikely. Generally, sentencing is less than what the charges are. Like, you usually get charged with the highest thing they can think of, the highest thing that they can pull out of the law book. And then by the time you get to sentencing, you're somewhere down here. That's why people plea, because you start up here, they threaten you with the worst of the worst, and then they give you a plea deal somewhere down here. And if you're innocent, then you're off the hook. But that's usually how it goes. So if they're going to do a hate crime, normally they start with hate crime and then give you the potential to take it off the table. The only time you get worse on sentencing is if you directly disobey the judge. If the judge gives you an order or they tell you to shut the hell up and you just keep talking, that's when the judge is like, okay, you had a deal, or we were going to give you this, but since you want to be the way you are, we're going to now add this on top of it. That's the only time I've ever seen that, is if you're screwing up directly in front of the judge. Otherwise, it generally goes the other way. So if he doesn't have hate crime right now, I highly, highly doubt that we will hear hate crime anywhere from here to the end of the trial. But it's just my opinion. Sharks. Snowing there now? It's snowing here, yeah. Lots of snow, unfortunately. What's up, Waffle Meat? Happy freedom. Don't just like the stream, love the stream. I appreciate you, Waffle Meat. What a badass. Stoner, can we raid Salty Grower? We're not at that point of the live yet, Stoner, but I will look into it. Are they the bee's knees? Salty Grower. They're not. Oh, they are live right now. What are they doing? And they're premium? Oh, they're playing the game. Well, you know, Stoner, since you asked so nicely, I think that we could do that. You know, I think we might have to do that. How long have they been live? Oh, yeah, the Rumble counters are off right now. It says 20 seconds. I don't think they've been live. Now it says 58 seconds. Maybe. I'll keep this pulled up. Thanks for suggesting them, Stoner. We might have to give them a raid. But first, we're reading through and we got the fun stuff, so we'll worry about the raid in a little bit. What's up, Guess Who? Happy freedom to you. Moose Munch. Must be Canadian lesbian slang. Oh my God, I got it when I was saying it. It's so funny. I love that. I love that. I don't think I could say it a fourth time, though. I think 4 times is probably too much saying it. The first time I called it a minch. That sounds bad. Anyways. Mike Ingalls, I think the judge added Darrell Brooks because of his attitude. Yeah, that's the only time I've seen that. You start talking back to a judge, and they just snap your fingers, and now your life's over. And that's how it goes. That's why you got to talk to him like royalty. Army vet, anybody that believes the 30-6 story needs to do some investigating, I try not to think about any of it. They talk about the cameras in the tent. They talk about the way that people reacted. They talk about so many different things, lack of blood, and so on and so forth. I try not to think about it because we're never going to know the truth. So I just try to let it go. What's up, Montauk? Happy freedom to you. Darrell Brooks' trial was bizarre to watch. See, I didn't watch that one. I'm trying to think the last trial we covered. I don't think it was the female cop that yelled taser, taser, and then shot the driver and killed him. It might be that might be. I can't even think of what her name is right off the top of my head. That might be the last trial we covered. Maybe. But we used to cover trials all the time, but there hasn't been a whole lot of big ones out there. The big ones that have been out lately haven't had coverage. Nick, ours is better. I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there. What's up, K-Walt? Happy freedom to you. What's up, MAS? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Derek? Happy freedom to you. Derek, what if it's about his medical beliefs? Is that still classified as a hate crime? No, I don't think so, but I don't think Charlie Kirk was killed for his medical beliefs. That's why they were calling him a fascist and all that kind of stuff. He was MAGA. He was a Trump supporter. He was a Republican, right? TPUSA is a conservative Republican movement that's based on getting the youth to vote and get involved in politics. If he specified that he hated Charlie Kirk because Charlie Kirk had yellow teeth and then killed him, then then it'd be whatever. But to kill him specifically because he's a Trump supporting Republican conservative, because they even mentioned that like he was at dinner with his family like the day before or the week before, and he was talking about how Charlie Kirk could be on campus and how he hates him because of his conservative beliefs and stuff, and then that ties into politics. But it all depends on, what they have evidence of him saying. They do have evidence of him saying that he hates Charlie Kirk because he's a conservative. So that's what makes me believe that they should be able to attach hate crime onto that, which is like it's a huge difference. You attach hate crime and it's the most severe of consequences right next to like capital murder. So I don't know, but it's really weird how they're handling it. What's up, Zesty? Happy freedom. Night Owl, he pleaded not guilty, right? Yeah, I think so. I think the shooter pleaded not guilty. What's up, Mr. Lynn? Happy freedom. Nick, medical beliefs. Do you mean cult religion? I don't know. I'm not getting into it. I'm just talking about what I think, and what I think doesn't actually matter in the case. Zero, how the whole scene was literally paved over in days. Yeah, there's so much stuff to these big cases. And like I said, little cases don't get handled like this at all. If you've ever had to go to court, it's never like this. It's never like all this crap that we cover. They treat you like you're a dog and they can't wait to put you down. That's what it's like to actually go to court. And it sucks. It's fucking awful. It's not supposed to be that way. You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but that's not how they treat you. Ghostly, my problem with the conspiracies about it are the people offering alternative explanations are simple, flamboyant individuals. And it's okay that you don't know what's really happened, but blaming others and innocent people out of conspiracy theories is crazy. Yeah, Ghostly, that was a nightmare to try and get me to read that, but I agree. That's why I tried to let it go. Instead of me worrying about people of different culture or secret organizations or psyops and all this crap, it doesn't matter. For me to sit here and stress about somebody else's problems and how they got shot or why they got shot is never going to give me the truth about any of it. And so I have to just kind of let it go. I like to be open-minded to absorb all of it. But as far as like arguing with another human being over how he actually died, I don't have time for that shit. I just don't. I have my opinion about it, and I am very accepting of everybody else's opinion of it. But like I said, I'm not gonna argue over this shit because none of us know. None of us actually know. Anyways, let's get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we're gonna open today's door of the Advent calendar sent by Tori Wayne, and we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Stoner. It's titled "Unjabbed and Surviving the Winter of Death," and our official funny video is provided by Colty, and it's titled "Everyone Hates TSA." Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description. We have PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee. You can send something to the P.O. Box, or you can even send crypto. Now, this is what I made on Saturday. Okay. Let me see. This one right here. This is what we opened on Saturday, and this is what it turned into. Now, I did run into something weird where this Christmas tree thing, on the back of it, there's supposed to be another one of these kind of tree-like pieces. I could not attach it because they actually sent me the wrong piece. It's backwards. The green piece of the tree has one angled side and one flat side, and they sent me 3 of a kind, and the 4th one is in the opposite direction. So I cannot attach it. It just won't attach. And so it is what it is, but either way, I think we'll be okay. This is what I put together. I know it doesn't look like a whole bunch of anything. Doesn't look like much, but it's all going to turn into this kind of stuff. So let's see what we get today from the Advent calendar sent by Tori Wayne. Today is day 3. Right here. Yeah, see, this is what we're building. If I can get it close enough to the camera. Come on. This is what we're working on. We got the tree. We got the candy cane. We got to work on Santa Claus. And that's probably what we got next. So let's see what day 3 brings. Move my little Legos out the way. One of these days I'm going to come out here and Klaus will be playing with the damn Legos. Day 3. Now I got to open the instructions. I wonder if this is going to be Santa. What do you think? What do you think? Oh my God. Why are you making that face, Klaus? He's like, Jesus Christ loves us. He's waking up. So, Dad, you scared the shit out of me. Alright, let's see what this is supposed to turn into. Like I did last time, I'm going to show you guys what it's showing on the instructions. We are working on Santa, I think. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, maybe we is. I think they got us working on 2 different things. I think we're going to be working on this Rudolph thing here. I think that's what's in this. I think. I'm not 100%. But then it also shows this, which is what we've been working on. So I think it's a continuation, because look at Santa. That's Santa's gut right there. We'll see. I will show you guys tomorrow what this all turns out to be. Eventually, we're going to have this whole Winter Wonderland thing going on. Now, let me set this here so I don't forget. So I got to put this together tonight. It's like homework. Thank you, Tori Wayne. Really appreciate you. I can't wait till we get some of these figures completed. Let's get into some of these funny videos really quick. Like I said, this first one was provided by Stoner. Come on, do the thing. Oh, I remember now. This is going to be relatable. This one's provided by Stoner and it's titled "Unjabbed and Surviving the Winter of Death." Welcome to Michigan, comrade. Getting into our official funny video of the day. This one was provided by Colty. Hold on here. This one's titled "Everyone Hates TSA."
No way. No way.
Welcome to go on that side, but you can't.
You know they stopped him just because he had that shirt on. It's not gay if it's TSA. Either way, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm gonna grab this link list link really quick. I'm gonna drop it in all the chats. We're gonna read through. We got the pledge coming up, and then we're gonna be raiding out over on Rumble. Snooks, lots of fun. Just don't step on them. Yeah, I'm not gonna step on the Legos. I'll be okay. Be fine. What's up, Jay Blazer? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans, there is the link list link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You'll also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Like I said, we're going to read through, and then I think we're going to raid Salty Grower here. And I see Jeremy's already over there. Let me see who else is over here. I think that's the only hooligan there. Either way, we're going to read through, and then we're going to raid. Do the raid. Matt Rogers, I know what my 30i6 would do, and I 100% don't believe their story. Yeah, there's a lot of people who feel that way. I've never shot a 30i6, so I don't know enough about it, but like I said, I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to some of these cases we cover. Happy freedom to you, 10 man, if I didn't get you already. 10 man, it's going to be in the 30s tomorrow. Well, I hope everything goes smoothly. What's up, SOS? Happy freedom to you. Major 30i6 hits hard. Oh, I believe it. Colty, how come I can't rewind your video? Let me see. Do I have the settings on? I do. I have something called source pass-through turned on, and it's supposed to make it so our latency is better. Because right now I think it's like 40 seconds. Like from me saying something, it takes 40 seconds for you to hear it before you see it on your end. And it minimalizes that delay by using source pass-through. Pass-through. But it takes away your ability to rewind the live while we're live. The reason I turned that on is because everybody was saying it skips every 10 seconds on Rumble. And I hate that. And I know nobody wants to watch that. And I don't know why that happens. And so I thought by forcing it to not be able to have rewind was going to make it so that 10-second skipping situation that was happening would just consistently keep moving forward because you don't even have the ability to rewind. That was my thought process on that. And since I've turned it on, no one has said anything to me about the pausing, skipping stuff happening. So I just left it that way. But that's why it's like that. It has to do with Rumble Studio. Watchman. Had to buy Hogwarts Legacy for XS. Had Xbox One. I don't know, it's fun so far, Watchman. I like it. It reminds me of Skyrim. I know it's not Skyrim. I know it's not even made by the same people, but it reminds me of that. It's whimsical. What's up, Winston? Happy freedom to you. What's up, James? Happy freedom to you. Turbo, wait till the wand duels. It gets hard. Oh, I believe it. Guessum would love that phrasing. I wonder where Guessum is. Matt Rogers, my hobby room is full of Legos, Hot Wheels, and model cars. No cats allowed. That's going to be me. That's the path I'm on right now. I got models I ain't even opened up yet because I don't have free time. But when I'm at the store and I see something cool, like I got the Monopoly wagon. It's a full model you're supposed to paint and all of that. And I used to have models when I was younger. And I was like, one day when I get free time, I'm going to put this together. I've owned that thing for like 5 years. It's just sitting over there on the shelf. And every time I see it, I'm like, one day I'll have enough free time to put this model together. I have lots of stuff like that. What's up, Free as Z can be? Happy freedom to you. Salty who? It's a salty grower. We're going to raid them here in a second. What's up, Brian? Happy freedom. Winter sucks. Winter does suck. Derek, Charlie was against shapeshifters. That's my thinking, so they can claim that it was not a hate crime. It could be. I mean, they could go that route. Mr. Lynn, please say a prayer to our tabby cat. She's at the vet now from bleeding. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Lynn. We will absolutely pray for your tabby cat. Oh, I appreciate you, Winston. We're trying. All right, hooligans, let's raid. No. We got to do the pledge first. I did that the other day, too. I raided out, and then I was like, oh, let's do the pledge now that no one's here. All right, hooligans, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now it's time to raid. So we're going to head over here to Salty Grower. I'm going to give them a follow really quick. This is our first time raiding them. I don't know if they're playing Red Dead or what they're playing right now. It's called the Secret Smoke Sesh. It's a secret. So we're going to sneak on in here, give these guys a brand new raid. Make sure you hit that like button as soon as you land, and let's get raiding, you hooligans.
Came from NYC and his parents were Irish immigrants.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well, I can try. What do you need? Money?
No, nothing so complicated.
Fun facts with Selva is why I hit that. Let me redo.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
And Jeff Mack has just raided the stream. Wowee. The great Jeff Mack just became a terpene fiend, so you know what that means. That's double dab time.
It's dab time, you fuckers.
Yeah, dab time.
If you don't freebase your marijuanas, then you ain't black.
I rode into town on an ass.
Happy
Yo
freedom.
mama's ass.
What's up, you sexy sunfish?
Yeah, Snarl, welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid, Jeff Mack.
Happy freedom, everyone.
Hell yeah. Guys, give him a follow. Give me a second. Let me drop the link to his channel. Ooh, ooh. Give me a second.
Let's get those likes up.
Yeah. There you go. Holy cow. There you go, guys. Go give him a follow. It's Jeff Mack.
Hooligan raid. Happy freedom.
Go follow Terpene Fiends. Boom. Boom. Thank you very much. Let's get
Go
these
follow
dabs
Terpene Fiends.
going. Because Salty ain't no hoe. He here to bring the pain to my lungs.
Kiss my fat vagina, cause I'm bringing the motherfucking pain.
That's right. Yeah, this is not
I hope
my
you're having a
usual,
great live.
not my usual day to stream.
Bless you.
It's just I was bored
The
and
word maverick comes from an Irish cattle owner during the West with last name Maverick. His cattle would often get loose, and the locals would say, "There goes another maverick."
another nug of knowledge with Selva. But yeah, Jeff, thank you very much for the raid. This is not usually a day that I stream. I was bored and all the chores were done, so that was cool. And on top of that, yesterday we got this game going. I never played this Red Dead Redemption game. And we got to mission and it would not load it. So I had to redo the thing. I don't know what it's called. I'm not a pewter kind of guy. But we lost all of our save stuff, so we got to get back to where we were yesterday. Holy cow. Roydy 2021 just became a terpene fiend. That's like 3 dabs in a row. This is going to be an Antifa tank division size dab. Wow-wee. Someday, you gonna die.
Fantastic raid, you hooligans. Salty Grower seems pretty cool. I just gave them a follow. Cool stuff. We're going to read through really quick, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. The very next Coffee with Hooligans. Matt Rogers, I have 5 or 6 models that I'm in the process of building. What are they? Like, not specifically, but are they planes or cars? Something cooler? Turbo, I'm going to stream later, but I need to watch some Hogwarts first. It probably won't be too much longer. We're going to wrap this live up, and then probably 20 minutes or so we'll go live. Because we got to get the 5 hours of premium in. Turbo, the new headset sounds ballin'. That's awesome. What's up, guess I'm happy freedom. Stand tall, basketball till I call. That is all. Tim Walls. That's there you go. Guess I'm bars, spitting that hot fire, cracking me up. 10 man. Yeah, we're gonna do another premium live. We were live earlier for about an hour, but we're gonna do another one here pretty soon. We're gonna knock out 2 hours, and then we will have 2 hours left for tomorrow. Turbo, how come you don't use this mic for gaming? Because I can't hear out of it. Because if I put the headset on, when I speak into this microphone, I hear it. There's a delay. And I can't figure out how to minimize the delay. I just can't figure it out. I think what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to turn both mics on and only listen to the one in my headset and not listen to this one. And this one would be the one you guys hear, and my headset mic you wouldn't hear. That way you wouldn't hear it doubled and I wouldn't hear it doubled, but I also wouldn't hear it delayed. But because I don't game every day, I don't necessarily want to go in and screw around with all my audio crap and potentially fuck everything up just because we got to do this premium live streaming. So that's the only reason why. Otherwise I would, because it's a world-class audio interface that I'm using for this mic, and then obviously when I'm gaming I'm on $30 headset. So I don't know, but yeah, maybe one day. What is your name? Cown? What's up, Cown? Happy freedom. Oh, that's badass, Matt Rogers. Is that a tractor? I've never seen anything like that. Alright, hooligans. It looks like we're good to go. I'm surprised there's no meta today. Flipping this chapstick. This was a brand new one at one point, and now it rattles. I want to get a chapstick that like counts flips, so I know how many flips I do a day. Because I bet you I do 100,000 flips a day. I just spent 2 hours. How long is it? Almost 2 hours sitting here doing this. I might got some of the tism. Either way, like I said, I think we're good to go. Guess Cell Klaus used $20,000 hairs to buy a new mic. No. If I had $20,000 hairs, I'd have to get an attorney. That's what I would have to do, because I need one more than I need anything at this point. But that's okay. Anyways, like I was saying, we are wrapping this up, but we'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. We are going to be gaming here in a little bit. I'd like to be live by 8, but that might be pushing it. I might not be able to sometime soon. We're going to have another 2 hours of Hogwarts Legacy. We were already playing earlier today. And I think tomorrow we're going to play Arc Raiders. But, of course, we're going to do Coffee with Hooligans as well. We just got to do these 5 hours of premium live streaming so we can fulfill our obligations as premium creators. So we're going to do the thing. But either way, I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news. And thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. You guys go enjoy your day. Stay warm. Stay safe. Find good food. And watch out for those crazies. I'm going to try and do the same. Make your way back to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans. And I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.